Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I'm going to go over really the two only builds you should be using either on hardcore or the PvE servers for anniversary realms. Since they included dual spec, you should be going Fury build and Fury prot. Real quick here, I'm on my warrior. I did hit level 60 last night as my barbarian challenge. No chest piece, dual wield only, and no professions done. So I really appreciate all the love on Twitch, YouTube, and the whispers. Hitting 60 last night, that was huge for us. I went ahead here and I not only did I drop my talents, but I also bought dual talent specialization. So if you didn't know, on the classic anniversary realms, they have dual talent specialization. You need to be level 40, and it also costs you 50 gold. So I went ahead and unlearned my talents, and then I also go ahead and bought dual spec. Now that I'm level 60, I am going to be DPSing, and I am going to be tanking a lot for pre-bis. This video is for people who have interest in tanking. Really, if you're a 60 warrior and you're trying to get some pre-bis, the best way to do that is to start tanking some of these dungeons. So I'm gonna have some guides for you on some of these endgame dungeons. Let's go ahead and get started. As always, I do these videos off the top of my head, no script here. So you know, if I'm saying it's because I'm thinking of what I'm gonna say. Let's go ahead and do our Fury build first. Strictly DPS build on this one. We're gonna go 5 in cruelty. Enough said. Obviously, you know, you want the 5% in crit. Now here is where people get a little confused. Later on in the game, you're going to have certain warriors that are designated to using demoralizing shout. So those people will have the 5 and improved demoralizing shout. Now I'm going to take these points in Fury prot for the demoralizing shout. However, since we're DPSing in this build, I'm going to be sitting behind mobs doing nothing but auto swinging and using my abilities and hopefully getting Wind Fury procs. That means Unbridled Wrath is going to have way more value right now at level 60. So we're going to go ahead and put 5 points in there. Now we're going to sit here. Really the only points you should be putting in, because you want to get down as quickly as possible, is you want to put 5 in improved battle shout. That helps not only your 5-man groups if you're the only warrior, potentially raids, especially you get the battle shout book later in AQ20. It's a long way away. We'll talk about it later. Now here's the god tiers. Obviously you want to put points in all of these. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put 2 in improved execute, and reduces the rage cost of your execute. And then we want to go ahead and put 5 in enrage here. You want to put 5 in dual spec specialization, or dual wield specialization. I'm sorry, increases the damage done by your offhand. Obviously, you want to grab Death Wish. You want to put 5 in flurry. That is the best talent here. And then Bloodthirst. So as you can see here, I'll go over it one more time. This is purely a DPS build. On the Fury tree here, 5 in cruelty, 5 in unbridled wrath. Again, this is going to have way more value strictly just from a DPS point. 5 in improved battle shout, 2 in improved execute, 5 in dual wield specialization, 5 in enrage, your 1 point in Death Wish, 5 in flurry, and then your 1 in bloodthirst. Now with your remaining 17 points, we're going to head over here. You're going to put 2 in improved heroic strike, mainly because we talk about heroic strike all the time in either my stream or YouTube channels. It's really only an ability you should be using for rage dump. You have over 80% of your rage and you have all your other major abilities on cooldown. That's when you use heroic strike, but we don't want to put it in parry. We're DPSing. 2 in improved heroic strike. You're going to go put 3 in there. And then we're going to go ahead and put 5 in our tactical mastery. Tactical mastery, one of the best talents that you could ever have for warrior, or you should really have anyways. We're gonna go ahead and put 1 in anger management. We're gonna grab our deep wounds. We're gonna put 1 point in improved overpower, just so that it unlocks our impale. Done. So we have 17 and 34. Again, we went over this. Mainly here, you want to look for that tactical mastery. You want to get your deep wounds, your impale, your anger management, which increases or decreases, I guess you could say, your rage decay. And that 1 point in improved overpower, which isn't that big of a deal. It's mainly just there so we could get to impale. Now this is your primary DPS build. This is really the only DPS build you should be using when it comes to WoW Classic as a dual wield 60 warrior. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to activate my secondary talents here, and we're going to do our Fury prot build. Now why I like Fury prot better than regular protection: better threat generation, flurry procs, which more weapon swings, more rage, more chance at crits, more Wind Fury procs. Flurry just makes sense, especially on the horde side. Better threat generation. And the nice thing about Fury prot is you still get some really solid protection talents that help you with mitigation or just overall threat or survivability with last stand and shield specialization. So let's go ahead. Now for Fury prot here, we're pretty much going to do the same thing. We're going to take 5 in cruelty. That 5% crit is huge. Now here, Assuming that you are going to be one of the only warriors in your groups, I like taking the improved demo shout here. It's going to help you in your 5-mans, especially tanking pre-bis, because those 5-mans can be a little tricky sometimes. Same thing here. You're going to take your 5 and improved. Not much is going to change here. You're going to keep your 5 right here in enraged. You're going to put your death wish. You're going to grab 4 and do weld spec just so we can get down the flurry. We're going to grab bloodthirst. Keep it at 4 for now. We'll talk about it in a second. Go right to the protection tree. So we have 20 points. Now, this is where you need to pay attention. So we're going to grab this. We're going to put 5 in shield specialization. We're going to put 2 in improved blood rage, only because that is going to get us to our last stand and improved blood rage. We've talked about it in the stream and YouTube videos many times. Great ability just to get some extra rage, and it actually is a threat generator just to get mobs on the hook initially, like kind of like your demo shout. We're going to put 3 in toughness. Obviously 6% armor at level 60 is way more important, way more value than potentially doing it while you're leveling. We're going to put 5 in defiance. We're going to start with 3 now real quick because I want to talk about last stand. Last stand is maybe your most important protection ability. It has saved my life many times. It will save your life guaranteed. When activated, this ability temporarily grants you 30% of your maximum hit points for 20 seconds. Obviously, when that effect expires, you lose your hit points. Last stand, easily, to me, in my opinion, is the most important talent in the protection tree. Now, we're going to look at improved shield block. You only want to put 1 point in this because all you care about is that it allows your shield block ability to block an additional attack. That's all you care about. So only putting 1 point in that is huge. You get that, you get the value out of it just by putting 1 point in it. Now we can go ahead and we can finish off our defiance. We have 3 points here. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab back our dual wield specialization. And then we have 2 extra points. Now what you can do here is you can put it in toughness if you want. You can, if you really like the value of getting your reduced cooldown on taunt, you can do that. Or if you really want, you can do improved thunder armor. What I like to do is I like to just go ahead and put those 2 points back in toughness. Now I have 10% armor value. That is my Fury Prot build. That is my DPS build over here. I'll activate it so you can take a look again. But these are really the 2 only builds you should be using. I hope this video helped. Go out there. Don't be afraid to tank for pre-bis dungeons, especially if you tank. It's a great way to get a better chance of getting loot if you're tanking. I hope this video helped. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys another time.